When a child is growing up, his behavior is totally based on animal's instincts. An adult with intellect, he knows how to control, probably socially. At home is different, she's different. But a woman who has a true knowledge, every time he or she is present in the court of Imam, in communication with Imam, they will not react, they will not do bad deeds, because their desire is only one, to hasten to the Imam. So what they are doing? By that thought constantly in their heart, particle by particle, they are becoming alive. Al-Hayy, Al-Hayy, Al-Hayy. This zikr becomes the part of their being. They are alive. Spiritually, they are coming to life. Now, there is one name of Allah, Kahar. Kahar generally is understood as wrath, ghazab. In Quran, chapter 42, verse 37. Chapter 42, verse 37. Allah says, and those who shun the great sins and indecencies, and when they are wroth, they forgive. They forgive. When they are in ghazab, they are really in wrath, but they choose to forgive. So ghazab is taken as wrath. It's not kahar. It's not kahar. However, there's a complication. Okay, there's a complication if we were to take things generally. Remember, we are in true knowledge classes, so we have to understand what is generally understood and what is the particular meaning of the words. So Allah's name is Kahar, but to humans, He says, don't be doing any ghazab, don't be Kahar, don't be angry. Now, this is contradiction. Whenever we are seeing contradiction, that shows us that there is a secret there. Something is hidden there, because there is no contradiction. Nauzubillah, there is no contradiction. It is only lack of our knowledge. The principle is, if something is not logical, so this is contradictory, it's not logical, it doesn't make sense. Do know that there is a secret hidden in it. Now, what is that secret? Kahar, as I said, generally means wrath. But in Hakiki meaning, it means overpowering, like Galba Palina. He's overpowering. So he uses this Kahar to overpower forcefully. Let's take an example to understand that. When a child misbehaves, the mother tells him he does not behave, then mother punishes him. Do not move from here, you are grounded. Is mother being cruel? Mother is trying to teach him with love actually. But the nadan child doesn't understand that. Same is the example of our Lord. Children, meaning that who are not intellectually grown, not age here we are talking about. Children who don't listen to the teaching, what Allah does, He overpowers them. How does He overpower? You know, Mawla is so merciful. We all are coming from His soul. What will happen to those who will not listen to Imam? Imam has two titles in this world, Imamul Nas and Imamul Muttaqeen, meaning he is the Imam of the all people and he is the Imam of the righteous. Everyone has come from that single soul and has to go back to him. They all have to go back to him. When it does not happen from their own sides with their intellect, he does kahar. He will overpower in such a way that he will forcefully merge everybody in them. But we are so blessed being smiley that we, with our own intention, own free will, intellectually understanding and making choice, we are going to Mala Baba. That makes him very happy. The overpowering miracle of Kahar is actually talking about monorealism. That Allah has that power of Kahar that He would forcefully make them all one. That's a concept of monorealism. And this was just learning on the side to actually understand the word Kahar. So we are talking about anger. Adults are intellectual, they are responsible, they are accountable for their actions, they like to improve their bad habits. And mother who is affectionate, Shafiq Ma, who is Madadgar, who is helpful, who is Dastagir, is our mother, is our Imam. He is always here to help those who are willing to help themselves. In Quran, Allah says, those help me so I can help you. Help me so I can help you. Now, Allah, does He need our help? Not at all. But He is so merciful. He is saying, if you were to take one step towards me, then I can take 100 steps towards you. But you help me so I can help you. So, Mu'min, adult, mature, these are terms, these are general terms. I could simply say a Mu'min with true knowledge. But we have to understand when we keep using these terms, we need to be able to realize the difference. That there would be people who are adult, who are in Jamaat Khana, and we use this term as Mu'min generally. So how do we differentiate between a Mu'min in Jamaat Khana versus a Mu'min who has the true knowledge? Easy way is a child and adult, because everybody is Mu'min. And Imam Sultan Ahmad Shah has used the term Hakiki Mu'min, a Mu'min who has the knowledge of Hakikat. So all these terms are used for us to be able to differentiate who are we talking about. So children, when we talk of children, they are nadan. They don't understand the teachings of mother. So they don't see mother in the right light. When they don't understand it, the reasons of why mother is behaving in such a way, they don't learn, they don't grow, and they get stuck. A Mu'min is Salik, a Mu'min who walks on the path. He or she is consistently learning and growing. Not age we are talking about. Growing in their learning, growing in their ranks. There's a farman by Imam Sultan Muhammad Shah, may our souls be sacrificed to this Imam. Maula said at Rajkot, October 21st, 1903. Maula says, when a dog bites, then its mouth is shut. The mouth of other animals are also shut. And likewise, if the mouth of the human is shut with the farman, it is shut up. The difference between the Hakiki human and animal is that the difference between the Hakiki human and animal is that the human does not bite if his mouth is not shut. The heart of the Hakiki does not desire to bite. The heart of the Hakiki does not desire to bite because he is not happy in biting, and such believers are extinct to some extent in the world. If your mouth is open, then you don't bite and don't have a thought to bite other. कुत्ता जब काटता है तब उसका मुंह बंद किया जाता है, दूसरे हैवान का मुंह भी बंद किया जाता है. इस तरह इंसान का मुंह भी फरमान से बंद किया जाए तो बंद होता है. इंसान का मुंह भी फरमान से बंद किया जाए तो बंद होता है. हकीकी इंसान और हैवान में ये फर्क है कि इंसान का मुंह नहीं बांधोगे फिर भी वो नहीं काटेगा. हकीकी मोमिन का दिल किसी को काटने को नहीं चाहता. So Maula is saying, he's differentiating between animal, human and Hakiki human, a momin. 3 categories. So he's saying, and it's so interesting that Maula is saying that the human does not bite if his mouth is not shut. And then he says earlier, if the mouth of the human is shut with the farman, it is shut up. So he's saying human, meaning insan. Now his insan has to be smiley because he's talking about shutting that insan's mouth through farman. Again, there are levels, there are ranks Maula is talking about. So this farman is very simple. He's starting with the example for dog, then he's taking it to human, but there is so much meaning in it. So the category of a dog, a human who behaves like an animal, he'll bite anybody, everybody. Now then he says a human. So dog is among us, a human-like animal. Then a human who has the awareness of farman. He wants to bite, but he will not bite because he knows the farman. The third category is of a hakiki human, hakiki momin. He does not even desire to bite. Meaning you poke him, you provoke him, he's not going to budge. That's, Mola says, momin. And then he says at the end, you do not have a thought to bite others. So as a human, we know that there is a progression, like we were mineral soul, from mineral to any vegetable, and then vegetable to animal, and from animal we get rational soul, that is a human soul. Now at that time we have a choice to go back to animal soul or to become an angel. And we do know where anger is created. Anger is created not in human, actually it is created in animals. They need anger to have that instinct to defend them, to protect them. A human does not need to do that. Human has intellect. So again, it's a choice to go backwards or to keep going further, to become angel, to elevate oneself. And now someone can ask that, oh, mother, being a mother of young children, what do? You have to kind of be, angry with them, to train them, to discipline them. That anger is superficial. And that anger at times, most of the time, is pretentious. So children can learn. There is a reason for that mother to behave in such a way so the children can learn. Anger could be so strong that it causes blood pressure to go high. Anger can be that strong, may cause heart attack. A person can die. And I have known a person who had died because he was simply angry at his child. What a strong emotion. Meaning that we as human, we have this strong emotional energy. Imam says to direct it in the love of Imam. When we are consistently not conscious, not mindful, we keep going backwards. So there's a Hindu philosophy. Hindus do not eat meat. You know why? Because there's in them, this is the teaching that if you eat animal meat, you will behave like animals. Imam Sultan Muhammad Shah has said clearly, do not be not eating meat. Do eat meat once in a week time. Now, how many of us follow this farman? So we need to understand even this farman. It is true, you become what you eat. So someone may ask, oh, then we should all become vegan because we don't want this anger. No, Imam said no. Imam said eat meat, but once in a week. What happens when we are all the time eating animal food? Those animal souls are merging with our soul. Remember, everything is in rank, everything is in darjat. Mineral soul gets fana, gets merged into vegetative soul. Vegetables eaten by animal, they get fana in animal, and animal eaten by us, they get fana in us. So their souls merge with us. Everything is in darjat. Mola has said you do eat animal meat because you are the one in whom these souls can be fana. because we are higher than animal. But if we eat meat all the time and we are not conscious, we don't do enough zikr, we don't do enough ibadat, our soul is not that powerful and strong to fana all the animal souls and to be able to control the animal instincts which we get from animal food. So Imam has very beautifully has told us what we need to do. Eat meat, but once in a week. We have to mostly eat vegetables. So to have animal instincts, which is one of that is anger, is to have spiritual disease. If we have that disease, if we know that about ourselves, we have to do everything possible in our power to rectify that disease. So if let's say if somebody has a habit of getting angry so quick, so fast, should not be eating meat more than a week, once in a week, more than once in a week. And if someone has this habit of anger and they know about themselves and they are trying, they are working hard, and I would like to tell you another verse which is in Quran, which is 39/53. It says, La taqnatu min rahmatillah. Do not despair from Allah's mercy. Do not despair from Allah's mercy. If you are a warrior, Imam's lover, you are trying to suppress the anger, you will be successful. You will be victorious. It takes 40 times. It takes 40 times to change a habit. So if someone controls the reaction for 40 times, the habit will change. Smile is a sign of happiness. It's like the flower bud is blossoming. So smile. When you smile, that when one is smiling, the light actually radiates not only outside through face and by others seeing us, it radiates inside us too. A person who is angry will not smile. His face will be covered with darkness and sadness. And there's a hadith by Prophet Muhammad. Prophet Muhammad says that when you get angry, become just quiet, completely quiet. Do not say a word. If you're standing up, sit down. Drink a glass of water. Process your thoughts, process your emotion, calm down, and then talk. The biggest wisdom, the biggest hikmat is to fear God. One who fears the wrath of God will never get angry at others. Restrain anger, charity and good deeds, Maula Razi. Remember we read chapter 3 verse 133 and 134? We want our Maula to be Razi. Strong man is not the one who throws other down, but the one who is able to control his own wrath, his own anger. There's a beautiful part in Kalam-e Maula. Maula Ali says, Gussa daim aap man khana, gussa daim aap man khana, और ऊपर गुस्सा ना करिए. गुस्सा दाज मन में बुझाओ, खुदा के गुस्से से डरिए. गुस्सा दाज मन में बुझाओ, खुदा के गुस्से से डरिए. इमाम हुसैन के मुंह मुबारक पर बांधी हाथ से पड़ी गरम आश. गुस्सा सब आपने खाया, फरमाया तू आजाद बाश. Always swallow the anger from your mind. Do not be angry upon anyone. Do not be angry upon anyone. Extinguish the fire of anger from your heart and fear the wrath of God. A slave poured hot porridge upon the face of Imam Hussein. What did he say? He swallowed all his anger and he said, you are free. You are free. This is our Imam. This is our Imam's example. So Alhamdulillah, we are all gathered here to learn about the spiritual diseases, Amal. How can we purify our deeds so we can be one with our Maula Baba? So here I end my lecture. Any one of you have any question, you can come forward, please.
So Niamat, a while ago, a long time ago, I had heard that people who adopt, who have pets, like dogs or cats, those animals get evolved faster. Is that true? I'm going through the analogy where you said, Sultan Muhammad Shah, you eat meat once a week so that animal can get further up. So would that apply if you had a pet? I don't have a pet, but I had heard that.
Very important question, not directly related to the lecture, but very important question. And very humbly, I would answer this. Please forgive me. Do not mean to hurt anybody. Mola Baba has no lack of souls. Okay, Mola Baba has ocean of souls. The souls which are animal, they don't become human as per se, but they get fana in human. So when we eat goat or cow meat, they get fana in us, and with us they can elevate. All the animals who serve us, like let's say horses, horse riding, or the dogs who are watching our farms outside. In Prophet Muhammad's time, there would be dogs. They would have dogs who would take care of their cattle. Even in Imams, the horses are being taken care of by dogs. You know, night duties are actually dogs work, making sure that everything is okay. So those animals who serve human, they fana in human through their service. The reason I asked for apology in the beginning, because the influence of the Western world, now dogs have reached our bedrooms too. People call them their children. In Islam, it is said by Prophet Muhammad, it's a hadith, and I do not know the right word in English. In Urdu, it says, Nahusat late, nijazat. And we do know that if the pets are inside home, there is allergies, there are germs and whatnot. So in Islam, it is said that you do not have dogs inside your home. Yes, one can have dogs. There's no restriction, but it is for protection outside the house, not in your bedroom, not you call them your child, and there is no evolvement like that the way the Western people think of. It is through their service. It can, it happens that they elevate themselves, but not that we are putting so much of love in them as if they are own children, because people do call their dogs their babies. And it makes me wonder, let's look at our teachings. It's not that we don't love animals, don't take me wrong. Whoever has farm and they have cattle, they love their animals, but there's a difference. There's a difference in love of domestic animals outside cattle than bringing dogs, cats into your bedroom. I hope you have answered your question.
You have, thank you.
Alhamdulillah. It's like you having human soul, you are investing your energy downward to the extent that they are inside your home and you are calling them your children. You are children of Imam and you have elevated rational soul who is able to go at angel level. So think of all these things. These are reflection points, and ask for mercy and guidance of Imam. I do see one question. How do we address our kids when they say Maula has horses and he loves his horses? So it is okay to keep animals in your farm and love them, care for them, and they serve a purpose. I have friends who have cows and goats, even chicken. So you love those, you nurture them, but they are there to do a function for you. They do that function, that fulfill that function for you, and that's it. difference in that love. You should take care of every living creature. You should. So if you have these animals, you have taken the responsibility of taking care of those animals. Yes, but you don't bring them to your bedroom. So there's a difference. There's a fine line. And if you are talking about children, you can give them simple examples and teach them. So if you have no question, if you have a few minutes, I'd like to do some zikr and giryazari with your permission. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Ali Allah madad farma. Al-Wahidul Qahar. Ali Allah madad farma. ए इमामे दीन दुनिया नूर मौलाना करीम नूर पाके रब्बे आला नूर मौलाना करीम 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 है आले पाके मुस्तफा औलाद पाके मुर्तजा आले पाके मुस्तफा औलाद पाके मुर्तजा हादी दीने खुदा नूर मौलाना करीम हादी दीने खुदा नूर मौलाना करीम नूर मौलाना करीम नूर मौलाना करीम ए इमाम इब्ने इमाम इब्ने इमाम इब्ने इमाम ए इमाम इब्ने इमाम ए इमाम इब्ने इमाम इब्ने इमाम इब्ने इमाम नूर मौलाना करीम नूर मौलाना करीम नूर मौलाना करीम आसमान के सब फिरिश्ते करते हैं तुझको सलाम आसमान के सब फिरिश्ते करते हैं तुझको सलाम नूर मौलाना करीम नूर मौलाना करीम नूर मौलाना करीम नूर मौलाना करीम अल हई 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 क्या मौला Ya Mawla, we all have gathered here, Mawla, to seek your mercy, Mawla, to seek your knowledge, Mawla, so we can elevate our ranks, Mawla, to be one with you, Mawla. Ya Mawla, we are spiritually sick, spiritually dead, Mawla Bapa. We need your mercy. Ya Mola, we have been committing sins, Mola. Ya Mola, we do not want to do that, Mola. Ya Mola, Ya Mola, mercy on us, Mola. Give us the courage to do the right things, Mola. Ya Mola, give us your help, Mola. Ya Mola Mehriban, be our friend, Mola, and help us, Mola. You are a merciful mother, Mola. We beseech you, Mola. Come to us and help us, Mola. Ya Mola, today we have learned about anger. Ya Mola, we do get angry, Mola. We do get angry. And we do not want to do that, Mola. We do not want our hard work, our hard earned deeds taken away, stolen away by Shaitan, Mola. Ya Mola, Ya Mola. Ya Mola, mercy, Mola. Your help, Mola. Without your help, Mola, we will not be able to overcome this bad habit, Mola. Ya Mola Mehriban. We want to decorate our heart, Mola, as if it's a beautiful house, Mola, set with your love, Mola. Your Sagira is coming, Mola. Ya Mola Mehriban, Ya Mola Mehriban. With your love and mercy, Mola, give us this courage, Mola. Give us this strength, Mola. We seek from you to overcome all those bad habits which keeps us away from you, Mola. We want to be one with you, Mola. Ya Mola, Ya Mola. When we look at ourselves, we see no capability, Mola. We don't have that courage, Mola. We get tired. We get distracted, Mola. Ya Mola, Ya Mola. You know our weaknesses, Mola. You know our flaws, Mola. You are merciful, Mola. Ya Mola, Ya Mola. If you want, Mola, we can all elevate, Mola. Ya Mola, we will remember the whole Smiley Jamaat, Mola. We will not forget any brother or sister, Mola. The whole Smiley Jamaat, Mola. Make them as pak as you are, Mola. Make them as pure as you are, Mola. Ya Mola Mehriban. Ya Mola Mehriban. तो कुल जमात जी कुल मुश्किलें आसान कर मौला जिन्हें एक उम्मीद पूरी कर मौला या मौला in humanity मौला this COVID-19 has created a lot of issues मौला lot of troubles lots of difficulties मौला we have lost lives so much of loss मौला या मौला mercy मौला those who wanted to wake up with this wake up call मौला are awake, Mola. Ya Mola, enough, Mola. Enough, Mola. Forgive us, Mola. Take away this virus from our world, Mola. Give us help, Mola, so humanity can live in peace, Mola. Ya Mola Mehriban, Ya Mola Mehriban. Your mercy we seek, Mola. Ya Mola, Rahim Farma, Mushkil Kusha, Rahim Farma, Mola Mehriban, Karam Kar, Mushkil Kusha, Karam Kar. يا إمام الزمان يا مولانا أنت قوتي وأنت سندي ولك اتكالي يا حاضر يا موجود يا شاه كريم الحسيني أنت الإمام الحق المبين اللهم لك سجودي وطاعتي شكرا لله والحمد لله شكرا لله والحمد لله شكرا لله والحمد لله. Thank you so much for being with me. Inshallah, we'll meet tomorrow. Quran being the book for Smileys, a book of education, a book of guidance. So we will inshallah have this lecture mostly in English. So please do join. And Yali Madad to all. Yali Madad.
Yali Madad, thank you.
Yali Madad, thank you. Thank you very much, Niamat. It was wonderful.
Yali Madad.
Shukran.